Well, it should be no surprise that there are some double standards in our court system, and defendants usually receive the short end of that stick. For example, if a police officer is late for court, all is well, no punishment, no problem. But when defendants are late, they're rarely afforded any sort of courtesy like that. So, depending on the judge, being late for court may result in a warrant being issued for your arrest, and we call that warrant a capias. Now, let me run down a few real-life scenarios. I want you to see firsthand what happens when some people are late for court in Florida. First one we're going to look at is Massey versus Bradshaw. And the defendant in Massey was arrested with no bond because he arrived to court 22 minutes late, 22 minutes after the case was called. That's right. That's all it took to get no bond. Bam, warrant. When Massey eventually arrived in court, he was arrested, and his defense attorney immediately filed a motion to set bond. But that motion to set bond was heard 3 days later, so Massey sat in there for 3 days, hoping he'd get out on that third day, right? Nope, didn't get out then, because the judge claimed, oh, gee, there's no way you can convince me, or you haven't, that you're going to show up on time for your next court date. Well, Massey's defense attorney thought that was a nonsense reason, and it was. So he appealed the judge's decision, and the appellate court released Massey immediately, noting, first of all, Massey had never been late before, never failed to appear for a court appearance. Don't hold him. That was a good outcome. Now, here's another real-life case, Espinal v. Ryan. In that case, Espinal was 15 minutes late for a docket sounding, and his bond was completely revoked. When he arrived in court, he was thrown in jail, and he was ordered to remain in jail until the case was resolved months and months later, like not even entertaining a motion to set bond. You're just going to sit here. Fortunately, the defense attorney appealed that decision, and the appellate court did order his immediate release. Now, this time, Espinal was not late on this case, but he had a record of being late in another case, but still 15 minutes was de minimis, and they released him. That was good. Sometimes being late doesn't result in arrest, but it's going to impact your sentencing. And in Yulo v. State, that's what happened. Yulo was 15 minutes late, and the judge sentenced him more harshly than what was bargained for merely because he was late for sentencing. Again, the appellate court overturned the harsher sentence, noting that really 15 minutes was not enough to give him a harsher sentence. They overturned that harsh sentence. So what we've reviewed here is the law, right, in Florida, and a good lawyer knows the law, but a great lawyer knows the judge that you're dealing with. And if you're running late, talk to your attorney about it. You're going to have to figure out with that judge and your defense attorney how to tap dance this thing and stay out of trouble. So my name is John Guidry, and if you are having criminal problems in Orange, Seminole, or Osceola County, that's my backyard, please give us a call. Let's see if we can help you out. Thanks for watching, and take care.